guys, I was doing a hand motion and no one can see it except for you.
We're back, guys.
We're back. Thanks for letting us take a week off.
We had so much going on.
Yes. But welcome back to another episode of Crime, Cocktails, and BS.
Woo, woo, woo. Alex is back from Africa.
Kaisa's back from her run.
Everything.
But guys, no, we seriously just needed like a week to breathe.
Yes, we did.
And nap and just, I don't know, get our shit together, I guess.
Still haven't napped, but will.
I am so tired. And Kaisa said to me before we, like, legit, right before we started recording, don't yawn. And now
I know I'm fighting it. Me too.
So bad.
Don't yawn.
Don't yawn. But yes, very excited to be back, excited to be chatting it up today, and even more excited that I guess we're gonna be together in like
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to count down.
In like 12 hours?
Like 16 hours?
Yeah.
Woo!
I can't wait.
I know.
That's my happy dance.
You already said, like, we need to take lots of pictures, and I'm like,
yes.
Okay.
We're gonna make some really crazy cool ones for our podcast and edit them and Photoshop some fun things.
You mean you're gonna do that?
Yes, I decided.
You're the talented one.
It's happening.
You're multi-talented.
Yes. So maybe this cocktail will wake us up.
Look at you doing the segue this time.
I did it.
Into your own corner. Yes, let's go to Kaisa's cocktail corner.
Kaisa's cocktail corner. So we're covering the Remnant Church cult. Gwen Shamblin Lara. That's her name.
That is gorgeous, by the way.
Dane was like making sounds with like electrical equipment for a long time, so this is fancy, I guess. It's called the Juice Cleanse, and it is cucumber, serrano chili, and 2 limes. Juice with an equal amount of coconut water. Add 4 parts juice mixture to the 1 part soju in a shaker. Add 1 egg white. Shake till frothy, strain, and serve in a chilled glass.
Stunning. And we got a cucumber garnish.
Oh my God. It's so good.
It looks really good.
It's like light, tangy,
like a juice cleanse?
Yeah, very good.
Nice.
Juice cleanse, which is controversial, but yeah.
Well, I mean, let's face it, what we're talking about today is pretty controversial.
Yeah. So. It is.
It works.
It sure is. Should we dive into this?
Let's do it.
Okay. The Remnant Church cult.
Dun dun dun. Dun, sorry. Felt right.
So mainly we're talking about Gwen Shamblin Lara. Well, her full name is Gwendolyn Henley Shamblin Lara.
I was reading it out loud in like an accent.
Gwendolyn. I don't know.
Gwendolyn Henley Shamblin Lara. Because she is from Franklin, Texas.
Oh gosh. I just have to say, I watched the documentary and it was really funny how
sorry, she's from Tennessee. I don't know why I said Texas.
She's from the South. It's basically the same thing.
You know how many people are going to yell at us for that?
I know. I love to offend people in the South. That's my thing.
Oh my God, continue.
Anyway, I like how in the documentary they like made a comment about how her hair just kept getting taller and taller, especially after she met that John Lara guy or whatever his name is.
Joe Lara.
The
actor.
Tarzan guy.
Yeah.
It just kept getting like, if you look at photos of her, it's ridiculous.
You know who's giving her a run for her money now is the Long Island medium lady.
Oh my gosh.
She has the same hairstyle. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
Someone said she looked like a scene kid.
Oh my God.
Because it's like brushed up and teased.
It is. How much hairspray do you think she went through?
An entire bottle every day, probably.
Has to.
She probably doesn't bathe and like gets it all, Sorry, she's dead.
Petty comment of the day.
Okay, we can start. We can dive in. So basically, Lara, why am I calling her Gwendolyn or Gwen? Grew up. She was raised in a Church of Christ family. She was very religious, and she When she went to college, she was overweight and struggled with weight. So she earned an undergraduate degree in I cannot talk today. Dietetics, is that a word? And a
Apparently.
master's degree in food and nutrition with an emphasis in biochemistry from the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. Um, so she was a registered dietitian, which my sister is going to school for right now. Um,
Yay.
yeah, consultant and faculty member at the Memphis State University for 5 years, and she worked in the city's Tennessee Department of Health for 5 years, which is really weird because her ideas around diet were very unconventional, very,
To say the least.
to say the least. So basically, she started this workshop called Way Down Workshop, which was huge.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a bunch of like
TV shows
shows and
and
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So she began a weight control consulting practice in 1980 after, like Kaisa said, she struggled with her weight in college. And she counseled that genetics, metabolism, and behavior modification did not explain why some people were thin while others were overweight. You know, like what school teaches you.
You
Like
know.
genetics plays a huge part, right?
Yeah.
Apparently not, according to Gwen. She founded the Way Down Workshop, which was a weight loss program with no food restrictions, exercise regimens, weigh-ins, or calorie counting. This was in 1986. Now let's face it, there were a lot of diets during this time.
Yes.
There was the grapefruit diet. There was like Jane Fonda's workout tapes, I believe, were coming out during this time. Like
And like speed and
yeah, and
like
speed and
yeah.
Coke and like all that. So there was a
Yeah.
lot going on. And it's like, there's this actually, did you ever see that diet that was like from the 50s? That was like,
What diet?
eat an egg white for breakfast and a glass
Yes.
of champagne or like a glass of
Yeah.
wine. It's like, or have you seen what Queen Elizabeth used to do every day? Like her
No.
diet?
What was her
She'd
diet?
wake up and have like a glass of champagne and then she would have breakfast. Then during her like 10 a.m. or something, she would have like a gin
Okay, I
and
did
then
know the
she'd
drink
move.
stuff. Yeah. It's
It's like
wild.
so much alcohol.
Dude, I would do that too if I were
Yeah.
just like rich beyond belief and just got waited on.
Yeah,
all
right?
day.
Like,
Just like
okay.
champagne every second.
Yeah, bring it
Um
on. It's like
uh
NECA, who starts her day with bubbles and ends her day with bubbles.
I do love that.
I do love that.
Um, I love how they said there were no food restrictions because she definitely told people to restrict food.
Absolutely.
So
The whole thing is essentially restriction
yeah, it's
as we
really
get into
disordered
it.
eating. Yes, as we
Yes.
get into it. Um, experts were concerned because the program eliminated exercise and guidance on food selection as recommended by the American Dietetic. Wow, is that a word I've never seen before?
Dietetic, I guess.
Association.
I never saw it until this either, so
Um, hi dogs. Laura, sorry, Gwen.
Gwen.
Do, 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 do. So this thing expanded like crazy. Like it was a huge fad, especially in the South. Um,
Yeah, it started as like small classes in retail and non-religious settings, and then she began hosting the program at the Bellevue Baptist Church near Memphis in the 90s. And it
mhm.
consisted of a 12-week seminars guided by video and audio tapes. And then it was offered in about 600 churches in 35 states by 1994.
Oh my God.
It blew up.
Oh my God. And by 1996, it was in 5,000 churches, and 8 churches in Britain were hosting the workshops in 1996. So it just like kept growing and growing and growing, which is nutso.
Yeah.
Um, so she had those workshops online and in person, and I guess 250,000 participants worldwide were into it by 1998, which is crazy. And it was like expanding to Canada and Europe and stuff. And like,
It was
I
hosted in
just can't
every
believe it
US
got this
state by that
big.
point. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's like, so, and 10% of that was located in her home state of Tennessee. Like,
Wow.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she was criticized for using the Christianity label while building her business. That in 2001, Nashville CBS affiliate WTVF investigated how Way Down Workshop leaders spent money. Gwen said half the proceeds from Way Down Workshop were paid as taxes and the other half were put back into the program. Do we believe that? I don't.
And what was her husband's name?
The original one or the new
the
one?
original husband.
David.
Yeah, David was really against her using the church's name with this stuff because he didn't believe in making money for the church or like through her weird marketing stuff. And throughout this time, she was shaming her husband because he was a big guy. He was an overweight guy. She basically hid him from the world while she was doing this because she was like, if he's overweight, it's gonna like discredit my mission. So she like hid him away, fat shamed him all the time, and then he was like really against her ways, basically.
Yeah. Even in the Lifetime movie that features Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing, in the first 5 minutes of it, she weighs herself on a scale, gets up, and then gets off it and tells her husband that she's 4 pounds overweight. And how can she teach nutrition if she's 4 pounds overweight?
Dude, I gain and lose 4 pounds in a day.
I shit 4 pounds.
So
sorry.
What? It's just it's sad.
Yeah. But yeah, so during this time in 1999, she founded the Remnant Fellowship Church in Franklin, Tennessee, with the church's building being completed in 2004 on 40 acres when purchased in Brentwood, which is, by the way, right by Nashville. She had preached that members should give their money to the Remnant Fellowship Church, the only true church, though, and that all other churches were fraudulent.
All other churches.
All other churches. So it's like, okay. She published the Way Down Diet in 1997, which advised readers to use spirituality to avoid overeating. So a big part of this was actually praying the weight away.
Yeah, they were like, if you're hungry, just start thinking about God.
Just pray.
Yeah.
Just pray.
They said to cut food portions in half and only eat when hungry, but not really. Don't eat when you're hungry.
Yeah. And she also wrote multiple books after that, which I find hilarious.
I can't believe how is she doing all this stuff.
This is great. I can't believe like this was still a part of a church, yet she must have pissed a lot of people off. So because she sent an email to her followers saying that she believed that the doctrine of the Trinity was not biblical in 2000. And in response, some evangelical churches dropped her program.
Yeah.
Thomas Nelson Publishers, who published her book, canceled the publication of her next book, and she was removed from the Women of Faith website. And some people that she hired had left her staff.
Yeah. At this point, she was very thin. She started getting a little loopy. Her hair was
bananas.
bigger. Her hair just kept getting bigger, filled with weird thoughts and secrets. And yeah, she had some pretty kooky ideas that pissed people off, but somehow she had so many followers.
But she got more kooky when she divorced her husband, David, in 2018. And married.
When she was getting divorced, before that, she was shaming everyone in the church if there was any marital issues. And she was like, you have to stay with who you're with. Like you won't go to heaven if you don't stay with your partner, and divorce is a sin. And then all of a sudden it's okay once she wants to get divorced.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can continue.
Her divorce, literally, she like got divorced and then got married again to Joe Lara, who was this actor in quotations.
Very attractive man.
Who he played Tarzan at one point.
He's a country singer.
Yep. And was really just all about the limelight. So because he was attractive, fit the image that Gwen was about, she was like, great, he fits. Let's do this. Yeah,
there were rumors. Wow, I cannot talk. Cheating on her husband with him.
100%. I agree.
It was like immediate marriage after divorce.
Yeah. I believe that.
Me too.
100%.
And then they started this like jet set life where they were traveling all over the place, living extravagantly. And they started hosting a YouTube thing online
The
together. I
YouTube
watched
videos
a
are
clip of
still
it.
up.
Yeah, it's so funny.
The Way
They
Down
also still have
Workshop YouTube videos.
podcasts.
It's so weird that these things can just like live on.
It's absolutely nuts. But he also had a kid with someone else, or two kids, I can't remember.
Hmm.
And there was this like terrible legal fight where his ex accused him of sexual assaulting their kid,
Hmm.
and then it was disproven in court, blah blah blah. But basically, that ex is the reason why their kid is alive.
Yeah, 100%.
Once we get to that point in the
Yeah.
story. Um, yes, there were okay, throughout this church bullshit, there were so many
Sorry.
like controversial teachings,
Yes.
including child abuse. They promoted they promoted beating their children basically into
Corporal
submission.
punishment.
They suggested using long glue sticks to like beat the shit out of kids. They also taught submission. Women should be submissive to their husbands, which is very Catholic thing in general, Christian thing.
Disgusting.
But um basically she was like telling one of the members who said she wasn't interested in having sex with her husband that she just had to let him do it. So it's like promoting intermarital rape, which is great.
Cute.
We love this.
Yeah.
Not. There
Not.
was one case. Did you read about the Joseph and Sonia Smith?
Yes, I did.
Do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
Pretty disturbing.
Yeah. So, Joseph and Sonia Smith were adherents of Shamblin and had an 8-year-old son that was also named Joseph. Um, the parents routinely disciplined him by beating him with a foot-long glue stick, like Kaisa was saying, belts, and heated coat hangers, locking him in confined spaces for extended periods of time and tying his hands with rope. Sonia told police that she, quote unquote, normally gave the children their whippings in increments of 10 blows each, and that her son had gotten several of those whipping sessions on the day of his death. The police reported that the Smiths locked him in his room to pray to a picture of Jesus on the ceiling and in a closet for days and even weeks. He was given only a bucket for a toilet, and their older son sometimes held him down while the parents beat him with implements.
That is the saddest thing ever.
Yeah. On October 8th, 2003, the father beat Joseph several times, striking him repeatedly with a glue stick. County medical examiners concluded that the 8-year-old died as a result of acute and chronic abuse. Members of the Remnant Church, led by Shamblin, paid for the legal defense of the Smiths, but they were convicted in the Georgia via Smith court case, where they were sentenced on March 27th, 2010, to life plus 30 years in prison, which is the maximum punishment, by the Cobb County Superior Court Judge James Bodiford. Another child in this family, Milek,
Mhm.
died 11 weeks before Joseph's death, with the cause of death being variously reported as either pneumonia, sorry,
You
or
got it.
SIDS, which I don't know what that is.
Sudden infant death syndrome. It's
Damn.
really sad, and it's actually sort of common. It's like when babies just die in their sleep or like roll over and can't breathe and suffocate. It
That
happens a
makes me
lot.
sad.
Happened to like one of my camp counselors.
Oh my God, it's awful.
They had twins, and one of them died of SIDS. It was really,
What the
it's very sad.
hell?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like out
like
of
that.
nowhere too. Um,
No wonder parents don't sleep.
I know, I couldn't deal with
Jeez.
that. There was actually the babysitter 6 months before Joseph died. A 14-year-old babysitter who made a report of child abuse. She found out it was him when she saw his face on TV during the news reports of his death. So there were warning signs,
Mm-hmm.
clearly. I'm glad they're in prison, or were. I don't know if they're still alive. Do, 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 do. So yeah, they've encouraged a lot of really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
There was one lady, oh my God, during the documentary, they had a bunch of previous members that were talking about their health issues from the dieting.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Laura Alvarez they told her that she needed to lose about 4 pounds a week to be
A week.
a week, yeah, in order to be in God's goodwill. So they put her on a 10 bites a day diet, which is so fucked up.
Don't tell me that means she can literally only have 10 bites a day.
Yeah. And she was also told to fast every other month with absolutely no food except for a few sips of broth. So every other month she was only
Fasting.
having broth every once in
Extreme
a while.
fasting.
Upsetting. So she was so broken down from that when she got
Yeah.
pregnant. She got extremely sick, and the doctors did a biopsy and they said, "Did you struggle with bulimia or anorexia?" And she said, "Yes, I starved myself." And they said, "Your body ate away its kidneys. That's why, that's what it does when you go through starvation." So she
The
had like
body ate
extreme,
its own kidneys.
yeah, her organs were like shutting down because your body like needs nutrients from
Yeah, of course.
something. And if you don't have enough energy to run all your organs, they shut down so that you can live. Ew. So yeah, there were many stories of that, like really awful permanent organ damage
Yeah.
from her diet. So that's fun.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, one thing she said I wanted to point out, which is so sick.
Hmm.
She said when she was defending her diet dogma, apparently to Larry King. I don't know if who's
And
Larry
had the
King?
big glasses and wore suspenders.
Right. Oh yeah, that guy, Larry King. Yes. That's old. She said, "How in the Holocaust did you have all these people getting down really skinny? They ate less food. In the
I'm sorry.
Holocaust,
She talked about people in the
the
Holocaust.
genocide of human
What
beings."
the fuck is wrong with people? Also, what is that
And
behind your head?
glorifying it?
Because it kind of looks like a beet. I know it's not.
A beat?
Yeah, that like purple thing. Nope, on the shelf behind your head. Yeah, what's that? Oh,
It's a weird dimensional.
sorry. It's cool. I like it. It's just
It's not cool.
with the plant, it kind of looked like a beet.
It does look like a beat. Oh God,
Sorry.
it's gonna stay there. No, it's not cool. It's very ugly. But but it's staying on the shelf. Um, oh yes. So God's will question mark. She Joe crashed a plane he was flying and
Yeah,
killed
so he was a pilot.
the pilot. But he decided, or she convinced him to fly when he wasn't fully like practiced.
Yeah.
And he flew into a lake and it exploded and killed how many people? It was
Yeah, they were on their way to Palm Beach and they killed the two of them, her son-in-law, and two other couples.
that's sad. It's
Yeah.
very sad, but
They crashed into Percy Priest Lake
mhm.
near Smyrna, Tennessee, which is where my friend lives,
Smyrna.
shortly after takeoff. Also, upon her death, it was found that her will left none of her multi-million-dollar fortune to the church.
I know, it's so funny.
Isn't that crazy? One
She did leave it
reported,
to her
yeah,
kids though.
yeah,
So one of her son left the church immediately after she died,
yep,
and the daughter got more obsessed and put all of the money into the church
yes.
again.
Yeah. One reporter noted the irony of the fact that she didn't leave any money to the church, mentioning that less than 4 weeks before her death, Gwen had made a video in which she warned others about greed.
Hmm.
She said, most of the world has abandoned true religion and are now converts to building up their own pocketbooks. Yet God is a God of justice, and he will not be mocked.
But she doesn't leave the money to the church that she's
Yeah.
so passionate about. That is funny. That is rich. Rich, rich,
That
rich.
is rich.
Oh, so some people think possibly
Mhm.
that the plane crash was deliberate
Ooh.
and that Joe was like unhappy or
Who knows?
who knows? Who knows?
So there's the Lifetime movie, there's the 2021 documentary on HBO Max. There's a bunch of books,
Bunch of podcasts, bunch
and
of
it's still going to this day with the daughter in charge.
yeah, there's some not great Yelp reviews
No.
about the church. So that's
I highly
fun.
suggest not joining it, or if you want to lose weight, doing it a different way.
There's like a very the daughter has an extreme eating disorder. She
Oh
is
yeah.
really scary looking. I read an article about her and she is not well.
Mm-mm.
Not well.
How could you be well
Like
in
a
that kind of
skeleton.
situation?
I know, it's really sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Okay. Yeah, don't join that church.
You're like, okay, next topic.
Also, I really, really recommend not having her hairstyle, which everyone in the church followed that hairstyle, by the way. Like
Do
all
you
the
think they were
women.
following like a higher the hair, the closer to God thing?
Yeah, yes. I think she said that a couple times too. She was
Wow.
like, "Hi, the hair." That's what she sounded like. I'm just kidding. Okay, shall we move on to the Traitors?
Yes,
It was
because
so good.
I have to thank you for getting me into it.
I didn't like it. I fought Dane on it for a while, and he was like, "We should watch it." I did
I
not
know
like season one.
I didn't watch season one.
It's not very good.
And then you were like, watch Traitors.
No yawning
I'm
allowed.
sorry.
It's okay. We're both
Um,
crashing.
yeah. And then I tried watching the first episode. I couldn't really get past it. And then all of a sudden, all the memes were coming out and the clips and Phaedra just being like God's gift to Earth.
Phaedra's amazing.
And all of a sudden, I was like, okay, I gotta watch this. And then I binged it. And let me tell you.
And just to be clear on my end,
Mhm.
I don't like the competition part.
Yeah. Also, there's
Basically
gonna be
just the drama
spoilers,
part.
guys.
Yeah,
Like,
spoiler
there's if you
alert.
haven't watched it, like, and you want to, like, go watch it. But yeah, full disclosure, I'm in love with CT, have always been in love with CT, and will continue to be in love with CT.
I kind of fell for him this.
For
He's great.
him and
He's kind of
Phaedra
very
were so
attractive.
freaking cute.
They were so
I was
cute. They were
dying.
touchy-feely. He was like super sweet to her. Oh, also, did you watch the reunion?
Yes. And Andy was like, is there something going on here? And they
And I
were
love
like,
how Phaedra thought he was
Phaedra
like
says,
the
she was like, I
maintenance
thought he
guy.
was the I thought he was the mechanic.
Yeah.
Because our car kept breaking down. He kept getting out and helping. I love her. So what were your thoughts on the finale? Obviously, the finale. We know who wins now. So, spoiler alert: Trishelle and CT win the money. Kate gets essentially kicked out for being the last traitor, and they didn't split the money with MJ because of that weird fire voting thing.
Yeah. MJ was salty.
He was pissed.
And I love MJ. I was a hardcore
I
Shaw's
love
fan.
MJ. Yeah.
But I thought the ending was kind of I wanted Kate to win.
Yeah, me too. I also thought it was kind of like anticlimactic.
It was. It was like, oh, we know what's happening now.
Yeah.
Like,
What was your favorite part or like favorite player or
okay, Kate was super entertaining, but Phaedra was just like the best.
Mhm.
She was putting it on the whole time. She was
Yeah.
early enjoying herself, and it was really fun to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I think she redeemed herself from the
Oh,
like
absolutely.
controversy before.
Yes, I agree. I think this has been such a great year for her.
Yes.
Like with Married to Medicine and this, like she's definitely come back full force. I really enjoyed the Phaedra versus Pete
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
When she said to him, she was like, "We're not on The Bachelor." Like, and then at the reunion, he was like, "Will
She
you
was
accept
nuts.
this rose?"
Yeah. Wait, who was Phaedra still mad at during the reunion? I forgot.
Wasn't it Dan?
Dan, yeah. Yeah.
She was like, "You were trying to sell me out because you were like backed up against like backed into a corner."
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the like the original traitor
Hmm.
with her. Parvati's headbands were annoying
She annoys me, but I
so
love
much.
Survivor. And I loved her on Survivor.
Yeah.
But yeah, she annoys me all the time. So
I loved
uh
what honestly, I think my favorite part about the show though were the memes that came out because there was like one, when Sandra's trying to explain the like Pete's what do they call like Pete's something like Pete's pals
oh yeah, Pete's Vows.
versus like the leftovers they were calling themselves. And she took like the billiard balls and she was like, okay, this is all us.
That
This
was
is them.
funny.
If we
That
vote
was
one of them out, and there was a meme that was like, when kids are trying to explain math, it's like,
I was laughing during that scene.
me too.
It
She was
funny.
so into it. I was dying laughing.
So serious. I liked the poison the drink thing.
Yes, that was
That was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
What did you think about the controversy between Peppermint and Trishelle and people saying Trishelle was subconsciously biased or racist?
Ooh, I really haven't heard about that. So,
Really? There's a
yeah.
lot. Peppermint was like immediately tagged as untrustworthy or
Oh,
aggressive
yeah.
by her. So it was like,
Oh God, that conversation again.
yeah, it was kind of not great. But I guess Trishelle said that she's taking like an unconscious bias coaching class or something. So she's
Interesting.
admitting that
Maybe that
she
came up for
probably
her.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about this show is that people are like friends afterwards. Like Pete and
It's so cute.
Peppermint went to some Broadway show, or he went and saw her on Broadway or something.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Um, yeah. I mean, obviously, like the show just kind of blew up. Also, Alan Cummings as a
I've always
TV
been
as a
obsessed with him.
host. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing here?
So weird.
I'm here for it.
With the dog.
I kind of wish he hosted the reunion instead of Andy.
Me too.
But like I get why they had Andy do it.
Me too. Casey Rose Wilson apparently like asked to do it too.
Really?
I don't think it would have been the right fit, but
No, but I'm glad with how
funny. Andy was pretty funny though with
yeah.
the I just think MJ, it was so funny. She's always been so immature, and her holding a grudge against them is really fitting. Like
And
that's
like the
just
whole reunion, anytime she had a minute to talk, she just like jabbed him.
I loved
And
it.
CT
Every
was like,
comment.
there was no choice. Like, like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to do. I'm sorry.
It's a game.
Yeah.
But it was funny to have her like
Just
should have
keep
made the
poking,
right choice. Yeah.
like keep poking the bear. It was so funny.
Super funny.
If you
Everyone watch it.
I know, if you got to cast next season, who would you
Oh
want
my
on the
God.
show?
I think Lala would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, oh my God, I don't know. Honestly, Vanderpump, all of them would be really entertaining. Who else?
I
I
feel like
don't
we
know.
need someone from Love is Blind.
Someone from Love is Blind. How about Dr. whatever her name is that I just sent you videos.
Keep going.
Dreadlocks.
I have to look at my phone.
Dr. What's her face? She was high as shit all the time. She would be funny, but
You
she
just
wouldn't
sent it to
make.
me?
Yeah, it's what's Bronwyn's mom.
Dr. Deb.
Dr. Deb.
Yes.
I'm so tired.
It's okay.
She would be funny because she
She
would
would be
not
funny.
know what's going on ever. I don't
Yeah.
think. Um,
I feel like we need someone from like 90 Day and like maybe someone from like the Golden Bachelor.
what about Plathville? One of the Plathville
Oh my
kids.
God. Yeah, maybe. I can see both of us are just like running on fumes now. So
Yeah.
let's move to possibly our most energetic segment.
Good.
I hate you.
Oh.
Quick shots of the truth.
I love it.
Yeah, of course you love it because you made it.
My sister just texted me that there's an interview with Olivia Plath, so that's what made me think of it.
Oh, smart.
And I would love to listen to that because she's like living her best life
She
now.
really is.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other sister?
Uh,
I liked her. She was like
like,
very religious and now she's like
yeah, she's
living
sweet.
her
I
best
can't
life.
remember her
Yeah.
name. She's really sweet. She was like a pure, very,
Yeah.
very nice person, even if she was crazy religious.
Yeah.
The prayer closet. Okay, should we do quick shots of truth?
Yes, please. Thank you. Quick shots of truth. Sure. I'd love that.
Ready?
Okay.
I'm trying to like hype myself up and have energy. Okay, stay up late or go to bed early.
Go to bed early. This past my
Oh
bedtime
my God,
already.
can you all of my questions are related to naps and food.
Oh, good.
Nap or watch a movie?
Nap.
Okay, this one's random. Snakes or lizards?
Lizards.
Pie or cheesecake?
Pie.
Window or aisle seat on an
Window.
airplane? Ooh, same. Mango or pineapple?
Mango.
Cute.
Now I wish I had some.
I know.
I'm not going out of my house again. Okay, you ready? Brie or cheddar?
Oh, Brie.
Halloween or Christmas?
Halloween.
Drawing or painting?
Oh, drawing probably.
Home Goods or TJ Maxx?
TJ Maxx.
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs. No, it's actually sharks.
That's so
I
cool.
love sharks. They're really cool. I want to die by
cool.
getting eaten by a shark.
That's because you're cool.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow.
I have to leave for the airport at 5.
I have to drive an hour to San Diego and then take my flight. Help.
And yet you still get in an hour before me.
Yeah.
Actually, not an hour, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you have a longer,
Are you going to wait for me?
Yes, obviously.
Thank you.
Obviously.
Guys, this has been a real one. Also, thanks to all our new listeners who are listening that I was able to get while I was out of town last week.
I know. I can't believe you did that. Okay. Also, did you ask questions on our Instagram or something?
I did. We got one response.
For my sister.
Yes, and it was thoughts on the Love is Blind reunion, which we will let her know.
Watched it yet?
Me, but I'm watching the Trixie and Katya watching it, and I already don't like someone. The guy who wrote down. No, these are the people as to why I can't watch the show. Is the guy who wrote down all the questions he wanted to ask the women, and then I don't know. He wore glasses and.
That guy got yeah.
He like wrote down all these questions to ask women, and one of the women answered, and she was like, well, what about you? And he goes, I wasn't really expecting to have to answer these.
Yeah.
And then another girl, he was asking questions and she was answering, and he just walked out of the room.
Yeah. He also told multiple women the same thing and like said that he would ask their fathers if he could marry them.
Ew.
And he was like, leave right now. We'll find each other and do it on our own.
Is his name Matthew?
He was a psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not well.
Clearly.
You gotta watch. It's honestly, I know it's like, it seems terrible, but it's
I will
so
watch
entertaining.
It for our podcast.
Okay, good. The reunion was
I will do it.
They like didn't.
Well, that doesn't make me really want to watch
but
it.
Okay, but everything else is great.
I just know about the girl, and like she said she looks like Megan Fox, and that like Jimmy guy.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple that said they broke up, but they're back on like TikTok together.
There's a lot of weird shit. There's a lot of weird shit, and it's so good.
Well,
it's like a psychological experiment. It's amazing.
Oh, Lordy, kids. All right. Okay. We made it. We survived. I yawned 17 times.
Well, we're back. We're gonna get back into this, guys, and we're probably not recording in Vegas, right? Because we don't have research done.
I don't even know what we talk about.
But we'll have something next weekend for sure.
Hell yeah. Guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, review, ask us questions, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple,
website,
Google, iHeartRadio, website.
All of the things, basically.
All the things. I don't know how much longer I can do that ramble.
We're gonna go to sleep now and see each other.
It's way past our bedtimes, but
yes, it's 3:55 here, but I'm going to lay down.
It's 7
horizontal.
o'clock.
Yeah, it's your bedtime.
I'm getting horizontal, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Good night. Okay. Love you all.
Good night. Bye.